Welcome back to our channel on this beautiful day. If you are as obsessed with the twisted, jaw-dropping drama of Fairmont Crest as we are, you are in the exact right place. We have some absolutely explosive developments to discuss today, so grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's dive straight into the madness of Beyond the Gates. Let's be real for a second. We have seen some truly diabolical villains walk the streets of Fairmont Crest over the years, but what is currently unfolding behind closed doors with Hayley Hamilton is on an entirely different level of sinister. The sheer audacity of this woman is enough to make your blood run cold. We need to talk about the clandestine, high-stakes meeting between Hayley and her partner in crime, Randy Parker, because the foundations of their dark alliance are starting to violently crack. Randy is completely losing his mind, and honestly, can you blame him? He just dropped a massive bombshell on Hayley, revealing that Joey Armstrong nearly got him arrested. The fallout from the catastrophic plasma ring explosion is raining down hard, and Randy knows that the authorities are circling like sharks. You have to understand the gravity of this situation. The warehouse incident wasn't just a minor hiccup. It was a full-blown disaster that exposed Dr. Leah Whitmore and sent shockwaves through Garland Memorial. Leslie Thomas is currently having a public meltdown, crashing media conferences because she is terrified the plasma ring drama will spill into her precious free clinic orbit. The heat is on, and Randy is caught right in the middle of it because he was following Joey's direct orders. Randy is sweating bullets, desperately trying to make Hayley understand the severe, life-altering consequences of being tied to this plasma ring bust. He is a henchman who knows his time is running out. But here's the kicker. Does Hayley care? Not even a little bit. In a moment that truly cements her status as one of the most cold-blooded characters currently on daytime television, Hayley's reaction to Randy's sheer panic is nothing short of gleeful. You would think she'd be worried about her co-conspirator getting locked up, right? Wrong. Instead of offering support, she is practically vibrating with joy as she recounts her latest sinister achievement. She happily reveals to a terrified Randy that her husband, Bill Hamilton, has started to physically tremble. Yes, you heard that correctly. The poison is working, and it is actively destroying Bill's nervous system. It is absolutely sickening to watch this unfold. Hayley gleefully admits that she recently upped the dosage, pouring even more of the lethal toxin that Randy provided into Bill's system. She is accelerating the timeline. Her goal? To rapidly induce a fatal stroke and make it look entirely natural, thereby wrapping up her twisted plan to scam Bill out of his massive fortune. I have to say, I absolutely despise Hayley for this. Bill is not a perfect man, but watching him be slowly and methodically destroyed by the woman sleeping next to him is a tough pill to swallow. He is experiencing these terrifying physical tremors, completely unaware that his own wife is the architect of his demise. During this tense exchange, we see a fascinating psychological tug-of-war. Initially, Hayley's immediate reaction to Randy's potential arrest is purely transactional and selfish. She snaps at him, demanding that he be far more careful when doing Joey's dirty work. Why? Because she views Randy as nothing more than her personal dark web pharmacy. She explicitly asks him, if you get thrown behind bars, who is going to supply me with the poison I need to finish off Bill? She needs Randy free just long enough to secure the final lethal doses that will trigger Bill's stroke. It is a chilling display of narcissism. She doesn't care if Randy spends the rest of his life in a concrete cell. She only cares about her supply chain being interrupted. But then we witnessed a massive, terrifying shift in Hayley's internal monologue. You can practically see the greedy gears turning in her head. As she processes the reality of Randy's precarious situation with the plasma ring scandal, a new, much darker thought takes root. If Randy gets arrested and takes the fall for the plasma ring mess that Joey orchestrated, he is out of the picture. And if Randy is out of the picture, Hayley doesn't have to split a single dime of Bill's life insurance money. The sheer greed of this woman is boundless. She wants the entire pie, and she is suddenly realizing that Randy's impending doom might just be the greatest financial windfall she could ever ask for. Many fans think that Hayley and Randy are thick as thieves, but I think we are witnessing the exact moment Hayley decides to sever the dead weight. Why share millions of dollars with a sweaty, panicking henchman when you can let the police sweep him off the board for an entirely unrelated crime? It is a stroke of evil genius, really. She can let Joey and the authorities tear Randy apart over the plasma ring, leaving her with clean hands, a dead husband, and a bank account overflowing with insurance payouts. And you won't believe how deep this rabbit hole goes when we factor in the dark history of Fairmont Crest. During this twisted realization, Hayley's thoughts immediately drift to the tragic fate of Lynette Wise. We all know that Lynette met a truly disastrous end, and her name carries a heavy, dark cloud over this town. For Hayley, Lynette's demise isn't a tragedy, it's a benchmark. She realizes that if Randy meets a similarly catastrophic fate, whether that means rotting in a maximum security prison or ending up in a body bag like Lynette, no one will ever be able to threaten the dark secrets buried in Hayley's past. Randy is the only loose end tying her to the poison and her historical sins. Eliminating him isn't just about the money anymore. It is about permanent self-preservation. This connection to Lynette Wise is absolutely brilliant writing by the Beyond the Gates team. Think about the irony here. Bill Hamilton recently warned his junior partner, Tomas Navarro, to back off the Lynette Wise investigation. Bill thought he was protecting Tomas from the dangerous elements of the plasma ring. But in reality, by keeping the police away from Lynette's history, Bill might be inadvertently protecting the very secrets that his wife is using to murder him. It is a tragic, Shakespearean level of dramatic irony. Bill is digging his own grave while trying to be the protected boss. So, what is Hayley's next move? Based on the twisted logic of this soap opera, I am predicting a massive betrayal. Thinking about the immense wealth and the absolute safety of her buried past, Hayley is undoubtedly going to secretly push Randy right into the line of fire. She is going to actively sabotage him. Whether she tips off the police about his involvement in the warehouse incident or subtly manipulates Joey into thinking Randy is a rat, Hayley is going to ensure that Randy takes a massive, unrecoverable fall. She is playing 3D chess while Randy is playing checkers. But let's not forget the wild card in all of this, Joey Armstrong. Joey is far from stupid. He has already noticed that something is off with Bill, and he is highly suspicious of Hayley's fake mugging story. In fact, Bill actually asked Joey to investigate the mugging, which led Joey to assign a task to Randy that could blow everything sky high. Joey has already set up a highly anticipated confrontation between Bill, Hayley, and Randy. This upcoming showdown is going to be the crucible. I am placing my bets right now. During this confrontation, Hayley is going to throw Randy entirely under the bus. When the pressure mounts and Bill starts asking questions, Hayley will use Randy's panic and his ties to Joey's illegal activities to paint him as the sole villain. She will likely claim that Randy is the one threatening them, completely flipping the narrative to make herself look like the victim. And because Randy's already terrified of Joey and the cops, he might just crumble under the pressure, unable to articulate the truth about the poison before it's too late. However, I have a counter theory. While many fans think Hayley is going to execute this plan flawlessly, I think she is underestimating the physical toll the poison is taking on Bill. Bill is experiencing tremors. He is spending time with his ex-wife, Danny Dupree, who knows him better than anyone. Danny is sharp, and during their flirty banter, she might notice these physical changes. Furthermore, Tomas Navarro is already suspicious of an odd conversation he overheard Hayley having. The walls are closing in on Hayley from multiple angles. Tomas, Danny, Naomi, Hawthorne, catching her off guard, and Joey's overarching suspicion. If Hayley pushes Randy too hard, Randy might realize he has nothing left to lose. A cornered animal is the most dangerous kind. If Randy realizes that Hayley is setting him up to take the fall for the plasma ring just so she can keep the insurance money and bury the Lynette Wise secrets, he might just detonate the ultimate truth bomb. Imagine the absolute chaos if Randy walks into that confrontation and hands Bill the very vial of poison his wife has been feeding him. The emotional fallout would be catastrophic. This storyline is a masterclass in suspense. We are watching a slow motion train wreck. Bill's life is hanging by a thread, his hands trembling from a lethal toxin, while his wife calculates the exact moment to let her accomplice take the fall for a citywide scandal. The integration of the plasma ring fallout, Joey's criminal empire, and the tragic ghost of Lynette Wise creates a perfect storm of drama that makes Beyond the Gates unmissable television right now. Will Bill realize the truth before the final fatal stroke hits? Will Randy figure out he's being played as a sacrificial lamb? Or will Hayley actually get away with the perfect murder, walking away with millions while her partner rots in a cell? The stakes have truly never been higher in Fairmont Crest. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Do you think Randy will flip on Hayley first, or is Bill doomed to become another tragic victim of his wife's insatiable greed? Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more daily breakdowns, and until next time, keep your friends close and your soap opera villains closer.